Alrighty, good morning ladies and gentlemen. We are back on the water, of course doing some kayak fishing. Today we are trying out technically a brand new boat. We've used this boat before, we had it in New York, but it is the Slayer Max 10. So a 10-foot boat, basically a miniature Titan. Actually, we did an entire rigging video, and that's why I didn't show you the rigging of this boat. But if you guys are interested, I will link that video right here. But last night, rigged up the Slayer Max. We are out on the water. We got Travis too. He's got the Slayer Max 12.5. So I got the little brother, I guess, of that boat technically. We got a windy day, it looks like, out here on the Delta. The plan today is to catch them on the frog. We're gonna be throwing the frog quite a bit. Other than trying to catch some frogfish, it's all about testing this boat out and getting a feel for it. Everything so far so good. I'm gonna do a day of fishing out on it, and when we get back to the house, back to the bass cave, I will give you guys a full walkthrough, run through of how this one is set up. Hopefully we could have a good day out here and slime it up for the first time. Stay tuned. Oh, that owl, I remember that owl. He still lives there in this tree. Blow up on the backside too. Ooh, that's a big one. That was a good one. Got it that time. Woo! All right, we've slimed the Slayer Max California edition on the frog. Little chunk. Thank you, sir. Oh God, he had it the whole time. He just sucked it under. Nice. That was not even a blow up. That was just a suckage. Meaty chunk. Number 2. Old Froggador's getting it done. That one was unintentionally on the pause. Maybe a sign though. We should slow down a hair. There's a big one. Giant. Oh. Oh God. Oh. 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 Oh my God, I couldn't even get my hand around the thing. Oh, that's a big one. I was gonna lip him, but I saw my hooks were in his bottom lip. Dude, that's a thick one. That is a thick, thick fish, dude. That's a hefty one. Dude. Take a look at that Delta meat chunk. We gotta get a measurement on this fella. That's a thick fish, man. Only a 19-inch fish, but probably a 5 pounder or so. Go back to the slop. Said this time and time again, and this is one of the few things I can speak upon because I've used it for so long, but there are a lot of good frogs out there. But I would say of all time, my favorite frog hands down is just a little 1/2 ounce Booyah Pad Crasher, black and yellow dart frog. And I think the main reason is because of all frogs, it's the best hookup ratio. I mean, you can see with this frog, it's a smaller, slimmer profile, but soft body. And the fish just gets stuck way more than any other frog I've used. It's not one you're gonna fish over like the thick mats, but little like open pockets and stuff like this. When they get it, they usually get it good. So it's just been a staple frog for me over the years. Let's go. Oh, another giant! Another giant! That's a big one. Oh my golly. Oh, what? No. Dude, he shrunk. Dude, I'm telling you, that fish shrunk. That fish was at least 5 pounds heavier. I'm telling you. That fish shrunk. Oh my gosh. That was a fun bite. I keep taking advantage of it while we can. They're setting up just right. Tell, are they on the outside or the inside? I think they might be on the outside. Haven't gotten one close to the bank yet, which is a little surprising considering the tide's up, but the tide is moving out, so maybe they kind of got sucked to the outside. You know, that little pocket right there is where I think we'd get bit, but a lot of our bites today have been more like kind of middle of the weed clump grass line, so maybe these fish have kind of sucked out. I switched over to the shady side too. Maybe that's another issue. Maybe they want the sunny side right now. Oh, wow. Almost clobbered myself. Little dude. Oh, God. Ah, came back for seconds. A good sign. That's a sign they really want the frog today when they come back up for it a second time. Give the frog a little flavor. Give them a taste. Just in case they miss it. I really do think this is a scenario where scent can help with frog fishing. Just give you a better chance of those fish coming back for seconds. Instead of getting a mouthful of plastic, they get some plastic with a little flavor. God, the intensity of frog fishing, dude, the anticipation. There is no other bait you can throw where the anticipation, especially when the bite's on, when you've gotten a few in the morning on the frog, the anticipation, man, your heart is just beating. Oh, there's a frog going after my frog. Big old frog. Whoa, almost got it. Gee, that guy's quick. Oh, finally. They are coming back for seconds today. It's been a while since we've had a bite. We had that little hot flurry in the beginning and been kind of on a dry spell. So it's a welcome sign. Dude, the bite just like shut down. There is no bite right now at all. It's amazing. Okay, well, folks, I would say that was a successful first trip in the Slayer Max 10 California edition out on the Delta today. I mean, just to quickly talk about the bite, it was fast, it was furious, and then it shut down. We got on some really fun frogfish, caught a decent one on a frog, and for whatever reason, around 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, it was pretty much nothing after that. The tide was dropping. I thought the bite would actually get better. We were struggling to get bit, so we got off the water about 12 o'clock, and now we are back here in the Bass Cave. Again, the point of today's day of fishing was to ultimately get a feel for the Slayer Max 10. Like I said, we rigged this up last night, pretty much identical to how we rigged the New York Slayer Max 10. But I do want to just kind of give you some thoughts on this boat, how it did today. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So the Slayer Max 10 right here. We talked about this before when we picked up these two new kayaks, and it is basically to have different tools for different jobs or different kayaks for different bodies of water or situations. We've got our big Titan 10.5 over here, kind of our tournament boat, our big water boat. We've used the FALCON 11 for skinny water, areas we might have to drag this over some rocks or some logs. And then the Slayer Max 10. The mid-size kayak between the two. I thought this would be a perfect boat for still going out on some big water, maybe some wind where you need some stability, but you want to pack lighter, you want to go lighter, and especially today on the Delta, I knew that we would be fishing in a lot of grass and heavy weeds, and we would have to pull up the pedal drive, pull up the motor, and paddle this thing around. And I'll tell you what, this big boat, when it's in weeds, with everything I've got on it, not the easiest to paddle. So one of the benefits that I found out today, was hoping would be a benefit, was the ability to paddle this through really thick stuff. It moved really good. The lightweight factor of this boat, if I were to compare it as far as size, it almost feels more like that size. When I, lift it, carry it, move it, it feels more like a Falcon versus the Titan. So this boat is really, really light. I mean, there's not much to it. Again, we didn't outfit this too crazy. Yeah, let's just kind of go through the tour. We got the pedal drive. Of course, we can take that out. One thing we did not do, like I mentioned, we did not put any electronics on this boat. We will eventually. I didn't really need electronics today, so that wasn't a huge deal. Front hatch. So we got our front hatch. This is typically where you'd put a battery, maybe some extra, keys, wallet, stuff like that. And then this pouch just kept my lunch there, which fit real nice. Didn't bring a lot of tackle with me. My tackle today consisted of a bag of plastics and one 3600 box, which conveniently stores right there. We put our kayak cushion on for some extra comfort and adding a little bit of seat height, which actually worked out perfect. Felt real good for me out there today, especially from going from a sitting to standing position. Of course, we have the drawer that now comes with this boat. Just kind of threw in some miscellaneous things, scissors, split rings, fish sticks, sunglasses. Kept a board with us just in case. Today we did catch a nice one. Like I said, I think it was about 19 inches, so it's actually a perfect place in this boat in particular to store a catch board. If we go around, we did put a motor on this, so our Torpedo, put our throttle right here. We didn't get too fancy with the wiring, so the throttle control goes up and through this box right here. Just drilled a hole. We got our battery in here. Throttle goes right there, and then our motor, you can see, connects all the way up through here, and we just plug it in, kind of keep it out of the way. I like this box just because it allows for this to be, kind of stored inside something. You got some storage, and then of course we've got our rod holders. We also have the Scotty locking mount that I've been using for quite a while, and it's on a bunch of my boats, but this is for my rear camera, so that's always nice to have. And again, another purpose of having the box. One modification I did have to make to this, if I can show you, is it kind of fits a little oddly. Like, it sits on these two ridges, but then the back corners kind of just are too short to touch the other part of the boat. So we had to add some, just some styrofoam to kind of balance it out and just make sure it wasn't moving around too much. And that worked out perfect. As far as the Torqeedo, we put the little Torqeedo on here today, the 403. Same mounting system as the Titan. We just set up a little pulley right here. Undo this here, drops down. You want to bring it up. Real easy to do. I mean, that's one finger. So real easy to do. Latch it on, you're good to go. So that's pretty cool. Of course, we've got the sidekick wheels, which help a ton, especially for unloading and loading into the truck. But yeah, not much else to say. This boat, like I mentioned, did exactly what it was supposed to do today. It was serving as a kayak that we wanted the stability, we wanted the ability to stand, we wanted to outfit it with a motor, multiple rods, but still have it be nice and lightweight, not only for transportation, but for getting through and paddling through weeds, stuff that you can't use the pedal drive for. Yeah, to be honest, it worked out better than I thought it would. I knew I liked the boat in New York. I just didn't know how it would handle on the Delta with the tides. It was windy today. It was gusting up to 30 mile an hour, as always for the Delta, but it was fine. And yeah, we caught some fish. So trip today, Slayer Max 10. Success. Questions, comments on the Slayer Max 10, leave them down below. I'll do my best to answer them. As always, thank you guys for coming along today, and we'll see you in the next one.